How are you all? I hope you all are doing good. So in our previous video, we have studied about the design thinking and we have taken this question like what is design thinking, and we talked about this method like design thinking as mindset. Now in today's lecture we are going to learn the like how to use the design thinking as process. So to use the design thinking as process we have to follow some steps. So what are these steps? So first step is empathize, second step is define, third step is ideate, fourth step is prototype, fifth step is test, and the last step is assess. So here I have given one acronym to remember this complete design thinking as a process, and the acronym is EDIPTA. So by remembering this empathize, define, ideate, prototype, test and assess EDIPTA acronym, you can remember the complete process. So to understand all these steps, you must know what is the meaning and what is the theories associated with all these steps. So let's start with the first step, that is the empathize. So when it comes to empathize, what we have to do, you have to understand the user first. It starts with the understanding the problem, what users are facing with the existing product. So to understand the problem, you can conduct the interview, you can have their stories, and you can uncover their emotions. You just try to identify what users are trying to specify to you by using any of the method like survey. You can go for the user interviews, you can take the warranty data, you can talk to a focus group, or even if you don't want to reach out to the user, what you can do, you can consider the Garvin's 8 basic dimensions of quality. So by this process, here you are going to understand the pain or the emotions of the users, what they are trying to do. Okay, just ask the user what is your problem, what do you want, right? So that once you will understand their problem properly, then only you can define. When you are talking about the define process, what you have to do, here you have to reframe the problem, right? Here you have to identify the meaningful surprises and tensions. Ultimately, whatever insights you have taken from the users, you have to define the problem here properly so that you can move to the next step, right? So ultimately your first step is over, that is empathize. Second step is over defining. Then once you define the problem, you can move to the next step, that is the ideate. So when we are talking about ideation, or when we are talking about the ideate process, what we are supposed to do, we have to brainstorm the ideas. You can sit with your team, right? You can go ahead with the brainstorming session, right? You can build on the other's idea. You have to suspend judgment, as well as you have to give the proper contribution in terms of ideation, right? So that what you are going to do here, you are trying to generate more and more ideas so that you can take a decision and select the best possible solution, right? So once you have generated many ideas, select the best one and go ahead with the prototyping. Once again I am saying, it is not at all necessary to create a physical prototype. You can go ahead with the virtual prototype as well. So just check whether you are able to draw or whether you are able to create a virtual prototype or physical prototype. When it comes to physical prototype, you just check by which means you can create a prototype faster. You can use clay, you can use wood, paper, metal, right? Then thermocol, sheets, there are many materials available just around you, right? So you just think by creating, or by which way you can create a faster prototype, right? Because once you will once you are quickly creating the prototype, then only you are going out to the user, or you are reaching to the user for the testing and assessment. So once you are ready with the prototype, go with the user or go to the user and test the prototype to refine the solution, right? Here you can gain deeper empathy, right? Here the user may say your product is good or bad, right? See, if it is good, then yes, you are on a right track. But if it is bad, or if they are giving any bad feedback, then don't get demotivated here. Just understand their points and just revise your prototype once again and just go ahead with them, right? So again, this is an iterative process. So refine, test, then evaluate, again reach out to the users. Then after testing, once your users are satisfied, go with the final assessment, right? So here you are going to assess the project critically, right? Here you are openly giving and receiving feedback, and here you are integrating the feedback so that now you can launch the product in the coming time into the market, right? So ultimately what you have to do, you have to follow the EDIPTA process again and again to gain more and more insights from the user. I hope you have liked this video, and if you have liked this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.